You're watching ChillyBoy Productions. I'm Larry ChillyBoy Chillson, and this is my review for Beetlejuice Beetlejuice. Now, before we get into this review, make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button down below so that you can chill with me on each and every one of my latest videos. Beetlejuice is a 2024 comedy horror. It is a direct sequel to Beetlejuice, once again directed by Tim Burton. Three generations of the Dietz family have to return home to Winter River after an unexpected tragedy. Still haunted by Beetlejuice, Lydia's life gets turned upside down when her rebellious daughter finds a mysterious portal to the afterlife. The film stars Michael Keaton once again returning as Beetlejuice, Winona Ryder returning as Lydia, Catherine O'Hara back once more as Delia, in addition to newcomers Jenna Ortega, Monica Bellucci, Justin Theroux, and Willem Dafoe. So, of course, I love the original Beetlejuice. I mean, because really, who doesn't love the original Beetlejuice? And if you're like me, who's always been a little bit strange and unusual, then of course, Beetlejuice is a staple. So here we are, nearly 40 years after the original release in 1988. We finally are getting a sequel to the iconic horror comedy classic. And that is both exciting and highly concerning. Legacy sequels really are all over the board. Add that to Tim Burton's recent output, and there was a lot to be worried about heading into this film. And while it doesn't come close to touching the absolute charm of the original, I'm very happy to say that Beetlejuice stands on its own as an enjoyable sequel to a classic. So let's go ahead and start things off with the positives. Well, Tim Burton, this is your best work in a very long time. This is easily Burton's closest film to recapturing his magic, at least since Frankenweenie, and maybe all the way back to the 90s. It's bold, it's fun, it is effervescent. You can feel that Burton actually is having a good time here. It doesn't feel like a Tim Burton ripoff. It actually has the heart to back the style up this go round. And I loved the style. I loved that we kept so much of the cheesy practical effects from the original film. We didn't try to super modernize it. Of course, there are modern touches, and we used some more CGI on a few of the things to get that gross out humor, if you will. Those pop out scares to pop a little bit more. But by and large, we depend a lot on practical effects, and they are so much fun and really make this feel like a true sequel to Beetlejuice. And our cast does what they need to do here, particularly Michael Keaton is back. He is Beetlejuice, and you can tell he's having a blast putting the makeup back on and getting that suit into place. The juice is loose, and it makes for a fun time. Catherine O'Hara also really killed it in this film. She's obviously a lot of fun as the uptight stepmother in the first film, and she's back here a little bit more loose and a little bit more crazy, but it's all the better for it. I thought she was fabulous. Winona Ryder steps right back into the crazy hairstyle of Lydia Dietz, and I really enjoyed where she was able to take this character, still kind of off kilter, still kind of weird, but with a heart and center to her. All of our returning cast is great. As for our new cast, I think it's a little bit of a mixed bag. Well, I think all of the actors do a good job. Some of their characters not as strong. However, that's not the case when it comes to Jenna Ortega, who knocks it out of the park yet again, really cementing herself as the kind of spooky dark girl for this generation. If she didn't already do that, which she has, it's cemented with this Beetlejuice performance. And I really enjoyed her character. It's not just a Lydia 2.0. It's reminiscent of Lydia from the first film, but once again updated for a modern day audience. She's given her own personality and given her own arc to go on. And I really enjoyed the aspect about grief in this film. I think that's the most effective emotional through line this film has going for it. Honestly, I think we could have sparsed down the actual plot and really honed in on the grief aspect of it all. Because a lot of the extra stuff does feel like white noise by the end of it. But when we hone in on Lydia, her daughter, the tragedies that they've gone through together that bond them, and the power that lies in coming together to deal with that, the film is at its best. And yeah, once again, the film just kills it with the soundtrack. Just like the first one, we have a lot of the iconic music back and absolute fantastic usage of MacArthur Park. A weird song suited perfectly for a weird movie, and it's utilized to perfection. So then, what doesn't work so well when it comes to Beetlejuice Beetlejuice? Well, by and far, the biggest weakness of this film is the Monica Bellucci side storyline. Honestly, they should have just scrapped it all together. Look, I love Monica Bellucci. We all love Monica Bellucci. But the character just wasn't needed. That subplot added nothing to the overall storyline. I mean, it gives us a fun sequence or two, a cool needle drop, but really, her trying to hunt Beetlejuice down adds up to nothing at the end of it. We could have gotten the exact same film, gotten exactly where we needed to go with each passing beat without her in the film. And in saying that, the script by and large does feel like we just put these sequences together to make an excuse to get us back into this world. While all the characters feel naturally back, the script definitely is a we wanted a sequel type of story plot line. So yeah, it doesn't reinvent the wheel. It doesn't really break any new ground or give you anything too interesting. So if that's a deal breaker for you, Beetlejuice is maybe not the film for you. And yeah, other than Jenna Ortega's character, the other new characters just didn't really grab me, like Justin Theroux, Willem Dafoe's character, They have fun moments, they have funny lines, but by and large, none of them really stood out or were that memorable. But overall, I had fun with Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, it's just a good time. It felt like an easy, breezy watch at the movie theater. If you're a Beetlejuice fan, it feels as though you've been transported back into this world in a fun and entertaining fashion. It obviously has all of the winks and nods back to the original, some very in your face, some others a little bit more to the background. But I think it gives you enough new, fun material to work with that other fans of the original, like myself, are going to have a good time as well. So don't expect it to match the iconic levels of Beetlejuice itself. Head into that movie theater looking for a good, kind of spooky, kind of ooky time at the movies. And I think you're going to leave very happy with Beetlejuice. Tim Burton, can we get more of this energy moving forward, please? Thank you. So that was my review for Beetlejuice. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead, click like down below and subscribe to the channel so that you are always up to date on all of my latest videos. Also, join in on the discussion. Are you excited to see Beetlejuice, or have you already checked it out? Let me know all of your thoughts and comments either in that comment section down below, or you can hit me up on Twitter. I love you all so much for your continued support. Mwah! Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.